these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the goal. You know the thing.
You will file articles of impeachment against President Joe Biden.
I gotta go. Let me respond. There's a lot to respond to here. Let's get something straight. You shouldn't be disappointed. What I've done so far is more than anybody else has done this far. Okay? Number one. Number two, I mean what I say when I say it. I mean what I say when I say it. I mean what I say when I say it. I mean what I say when I say it. I mean what I say when I say it. I mean what I say when I say it. I mean what I say when I say it. I mean what I say when I say it.
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe.
Get your words straight, Jack. That isn't what it meant.
Well, what did it mean now? Explain.
It meant that it's indicative of low-resolution thinking.
In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt. They think that maybe, given all of the crises facing this country, it's about time that there was some bold leadership here and that this institution made some hard choices. Who are you worried about? I'll tell you who I'm worried about. I'm worried about the fact that our workers are seeing a decline in their standard of living. They want to see our industry be rebuilt. That's what they want to see. No more B-2 bombers. No more Star Wars. Let's make the quality products we need. Let's invest in American industry. No, I won't yield.
I eat extra sharp. That's what I eat.
Testing. Testing. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Ah, shit. Oh, cocksucker. Testing, testing. Is this thing on? Hello? 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 Testing. Testing. Wee. Alright, folks. We are in it to win it. Welcome to another episodic installation of Above It All. My arm is feeling a lot better. I'm still a little lethargic from my booster. My booster. I got boosted yesterday, folks. I'm boosted. I'm all boosted up. I feel like I'm in a video game, right? Like I got the booster, you know? It's like I'm in a video game. I've got the booster, and I'm going to use this booster There's a paper towel on the floor, so I'll clean that later. And I'm gonna use that booster to survive. So, but anyway, and so I'm alive. I'm still here. I managed to retain life over the last 24 hours. But I cannot say the same for let me find out how many people died yesterday. I'm gonna start doing this again, folks. So yesterday, the total deaths, let's see. Yesterday, let's see, new deaths. All right, it's the weekend, so there's only 500 people recorded as dead yesterday. I, on the other hand, am not dead. I'm alive. So today's show, I will be talking about Manchin. I'll be talking about Bernard Sanders. I will be talking about the Build Back Better plan that is gone. It's not happening anymore. And then I will be going into some other stuff. But first, I'm going to say hello to the chat room. Hello, chat room. Hello, About to Sleep, Triple Z. Hello, Aunt Tifa. Hello, Abner. Hello, Paladin. Hello, Real Ann. Hello, Wit Shunt. Hello, Mr. Freak Glitcher. Hello, Stygian Stilettos Gamer. Hello, Courtney. And that's it. That's it. That's all we got. That's it. There's no one else. Someone's birthday. Who's the birthday? Hello, you. Who's how? Bing Bong? What? Whose birthday is it? Wait, did I miss something? Oh. Hello, Mila. Whose birthday is it? How do we find a birthday? Happy Sunday? What? Is it, whose birthday is it? Whose Sunday is it? What's happening? Mine and Courtney's. That's crazy? That's crazy. Happy birthday, y'all. Happy gosh darn birthday. It is not my birthday. Sorry to say, but happy birthday. There you go. But yeah, I'm going to get into the Build Back Better stuff, but I want to do it when more people are in the stream. So I'll do that in probably about 15-20 minutes. So let's look at Google News and see if there's anything else that I can talk about. Let's see if there's anything else at all. Let's see. I'm looking for anything else. Okay, here we go. This is a couple days old. This is good, though. Cuomo fires back at order, forcing him to return $5.1 million from COVID book. Political hypocrisy at its worst. So, folks, remember Andrew Cuomo? Look at this face, by the way. This is on Fox News, so they love these kinds of things. But goddamn, I wish this like giant white triangle wasn't here. But anyway, so Andrew Cuomo, remember him? Remember like last year? Remember during the start of the pandemic? Everyone was like, "Oh, Andrew Cuomo's taking COVID so seriously." Yes, he is. Turns out he was just lying about everything and covering everything up. But anyway, he got ousted as governor, which is pretty cool. I still can't believe that one happened. And then remember when he wrote a book? Remember that? He wrote a book? Right? Lessons learned from the pandemic. We're still in the pandemic, right? But remember when he wrote that book? And so, but apparently he wrote that book, illegally. He used his, like, staff as governor to write the book. So let's keep going. Disgraced ex-New York Gov, Andrew Cuomo, remained defiant amid the order he is facing to return money he received from the book he wrote touting his leadership during the coronavirus pandemic. New York State's Joint Commission on Public Ethics, JCOPE. It's Commission on Public Ethics. COPE. Oh, that's so good. Voted 12-1, demanding the Democrat, I love how he's the Democrat now, to give back the $5.1 million from the release of his memoir, American Crisis, Leadership Lessons from the COVID-19 Pandemic, which was widely panned as an early victory lap of his response to the virus as it was still killing thousands of Americans. Again, this is Fox News, so you're getting the righteous anger at Democrats that you would never see on, like, CNN. So, like, that's, you know. Cuomo's spokesman, Rich Azzopardi, issued a fiery statement defending his former boss. This is political hypocrisy and duplicity at its worst, Azzopardi said. Motherfucker sounds like a guy in like a Grand Theft Auto 3 mission. Governor Cuomo received a JCOPE opinion and advice of counsel stating the government resources could not be used, and they weren't. And okay, so he's just lying. If Speaker Heastie, Majority Leader Stuart Cousins, and blah, blah, blah. So basically they're crying. And they have to JCOPE. So that's what's happening here. Cuomo will have to return $5.1 million earned to the state by next month after the watchdog ethics panel concluded the governor had violated pledges not to use state resources or government staff to prepare the project. He could have just wrote it all himself. But nah, he wanted his secretary to do it. He wanted all of his people to like give him everything, and because he's a lazy piece of shit. He's a lazy fucking piece of shit. Like, I don't know, like, the guy just thinks like the whole world revolves around him. He's a lazy little cocksucker. So anyway, he got owned, and he's going to continue to be owned, and you'll love to see it, folks. I'm all in favor of the ownage. So fuck Cuomo's. There we go. This is always the thing that happens. Whenever it's someone else's birthday, I get super chats. Hello, Realon. Thank you for the 70s R's. Happy birthday to Courtney, the SLP. Thank you for giving me money for not only your birthday, but someone else's birthday. That's incredible. How am I feeling? I am feeling all right. I'm still like a little low energy. My arm's a lot better, but I'm like maybe 75%, ish. So I'm about. So, but yes, thank you for giving me super chats for your birthday and another person's. That's a good deal. Anyone else want to speak up about their birthdays? Anyone? You're not as low energy as Jeb Bush. That's true. And I know that the only reason you say that is because you want me to play this, of course.
Get back in the business of creating a more peaceful world. Please clap.
Oh, my God. Oh, that is legendary cringe. Oh, my God. It's too good. Legendary cringe. Like, you really just, like... It's incredible. All right, folks. So, Andrew Kohler, $5. My birthday was your court date. That was pretty good. I think I remember you telling me that. But thank you for the $5. My birthday was 4 months ago. Super chat. This is a good system. This is a really good system. Also, consider... I know that the super chats are public, but just a reminder. Also, I want to, make this public. I made a video the other day that did not go well for the patrons, so I lost a considerable amount of money on my Patreon if people want to help with that out. I don't know who it is. I don't know who it could be that unpatronized me. But someone got very upset that I dared to criticize Pramila Jayapal. Someone got extremely mad and left my Patreon. So, unfortunately, I'm losing it, folks. Max is gonna have to starve. In fact, look at him. He's already basically dead on the ground. Max, are you alive? Look at him. He is not living. He's gonna die any minute now because I am losing steam on my Patreon. Catherine, yes, Catherine rage quit the fuck out of this shit. But, she'll be back, I'm sure. But either way, if you can provide to me some Christmas dollars, so that poor Maxie doesn't die. Look at him. Max! Max! He's behind me. Why are you behind me? Maxie, over here. Maxie, over here. He's just gonna sit right behind me. That's what's happening. Alright, well, he's alive. Andrea is awesome and we share a name. She's great. That's what I'm saying. I've been saying this this whole time. I told y'all yesterday, but I rearranged my bedding scenario. And it's like a little lower. And so I'm like sitting on a mountain of pillows here. So I'm sitting on a mountain of pillows, as you can see, just so I can get my height, so that I can manipulate the computer apparandi. That's ridiculous. I mean, again, Catherine will be back eventually, I'm sure. The calmest dog ever, because he lives with this crazy. I am pretty crazy. That's true. That's factual. I am one crazy ass MF. Alright, but I want to get into this clip. Those PJs, these are not PJs. These are just pants. These are what they call leggings, right? They're like, just pants, and they've got space on them. We might get more thigh cam with this new bed angle. Is that possible? Is that needed? Is that wanted? Is that required? Is that unwanted? Should I not have more thigh cam with the bed angle? Should I go back to the other bed setup? One thing y'all might not know about this show that no other shows do, is I use a sideways webcam. So what that means is, check this out. My webcam is sideways, right? So you get like the long view, not to be confused with the Green Day song. And so most people will have their webcam like this, so you only see like neck upward. I don't do that. I figure, right, I can take up half, like not even like a quarter of the screen, right? You get to see me, you get to see all, this is what I look like. This is who I am. I'm not hiding anything. You always see these other streamers. You never see their legs. You never see their like fucking torsos, right? They're always just neck up, right? And that's what I call the loser angle. Everyone else on YouTube that does this shit, they're losers, right? They could just have their webcam be sideways, rotate it in their streaming software, and you get more. I'm just saying, right? So it's like, I'm just throwing that out there. I'm a genius. So anyway, speaking of geniuses, we got some very important news here, and this is something that I cannot possibly, we gotta watch it. Folks, the war on Christmas. I don't even know where to begin. The war on Christmas has been something that's been very serious. We've been engaging in the war on Christmas in my neck of the woods for a long time. I told this story a couple days ago. My first day at Christian summer camp. Go watch that if you haven't seen it yet. It's incredible. But anyway, so ever since then, I was very skeptical of Christmas. And very, and not too much later, I joined the war on Christmas. I've been in the trenches for a while now. But this is some very interesting information. Apparently, according to reports, Donald Trump won the war on Christmas. So let's watch.
America had gone through a long period where people quit saying Merry Christmas. It was all happy holidays. You deliberately changed that and openly said, Merry Christmas, we're going to say it again.
In fact, it was part of my campaign, Mike. You know, the country had started with this woke, I guess, a little bit before that.
Yeah.
Folks, the language here, the grammar. The country started with this woke. Woke is an adjective. Like, do they not realize, like, what phrase of speech woke is? It's an adjective. Like, this is a coffee cup. This is a noun. Alright? Woke is not a noun. Started with this woke. But anyway, let's keep going. And also the music, folks, the music. Again, the war on Christmas, folks. Trump, apparently, according to reports, won the war on Christmas against this woke. Let's keep going.
Like, you know, the country had started with this woke, I guess, a little bit before that.
Yeah.
And it was
That's like,
embarrassing.
this should be a sound drop. The country started with this woke a little bit before that. It's one of my favorite parts about Donald Trump is how, like, he manages to say so many words without conveying any information. Right, like, he can train together, like, 16 paragraphs and you gain nothing. All you're doing is listening to it, like, words coming out of his mouth. Right, but again, let's keep going.
For stores to say Merry Christmas, you'd see these big chains. They want your money, but they don't want to say Merry Christmas. And then
okay, they want your money, but they don't want to say Merry Christmas. Like, the idea, I fucking can't. This is so good. This is full of, like, banger sound drops. Someone remind me to clip some of these. They want your money, but they don't want to say Merry Christmas. Okay.
Christmas, you'd see these big chains. They want your money, but they don't want to say Merry Christmas. And they'd use reds and they'd use whites and snow, but they wouldn't say Christmas. And when I started campaigning, this was in 2015, when I started campaigning, I said, you're going to say Merry Christmas again. And now people are saying it. Of course, they're not saying a lot of other things like George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson. You know, those names are being obliterated because of craziness.
Again, every single line is gold. Every single line is gold here. Like, those names are being not obliterated, but obliterated. I love the way that he pronounces this. This is also with dominion. He doesn't say dominion, the word dominion. He says dominion. Like, it's incredible the way this guy speaks English. But again, okay, so he won the war on Christmas. The war on Christmas was an extension of this woke. And so this woke is a branch off of the war on Christmas, of the war on Christmas tree. But he won the war on Christmas, but he lost the war on our founding fathers because their names were obliterated. All right.
15, when I started campaigning, I said, you're going to say Merry Christmas again. And now people are saying it. Of course, they're not saying a lot of other things like George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson. You know, those names are being obliterated because of...
And can we talk the music? The music. Like, Donald Trump is, like, delivering this material. Like, the music isn't playing as he's delivering the material, right? So the idea that they hear Donald Trump speak like this and decide, that's right, we're going to add some soft, like piano, whatever the fuck. And, like, Donald Trump is talking about, like, obliteration. He's talking about this woke and there's craziness here and there. You know, the founding fathers are getting obliterated, right? And while this music is so good.
Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson. You know, those names are being obliterated because of craziness. But they are saying Merry Christmas again. We got that. That was a big part of what I was doing. And so I would say it all the time during that period, that we want them to say Merry Christmas. Don't shop at stores that don't say Merry Christmas. And I'll tell you, we brought it back very quickly.
You really did. And I think a lot of people appreciated that it was a part of the American culture. It was a part of who we are. It wasn't to exclude anybody. It was just simply a celebration of what America does at Christmas.
And America and the world, but America loves Christmas.
Yeah.
And whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, whether you're Jewish, everyone loves Christmas. And they'd say Merry Christmas until these crazy people came along and they wanted to...
Folks, Folks, first of all, as an atheist, I feel very left out by the fact that he did not shout out the atheists. But the Muslims and the Jews love Christmas. That's okay.
It's at Christmas.
And America and the world, but America loves Christmas.
Yeah.
And whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, whether you're Jewish, everyone loves Christmas. And they'd say Merry Christmas until these crazy people came along and they wanted to stop it along with everything else. So I was
okay. So they want to stop Christmas and everything else. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's totally unnecessary but incredibly beautiful language. Okay, so not only are the crazies, whoever the crazies are, we don't know, but the crazies are going to stop Christmas. And then as soon as they stop Christmas, they're going to stop everything else. Like, they're going to stop your postcard delivery. They're going to stop your car from starting. They're going to stop your fucking pan from heating up in the stove. They're going to stop you from watching this video. They're going to stop everything else. Like, what the fuck? Why?
Merry Christmas until these crazy people came along and they wanted to stop it along with everything else. So I was very proud of that, actually. Remember, I used to say, we will say Merry Christmas again in front of these massive crowds of people.
Lord have mercy. But there's a second clip here. Oh, there's a second clip here, folks. Let's keep going.
President, I want to say, because of you, a lot of Americans have had some great Christmases. You helped rebuild the economy, pride in our country, made us a strong military once again, stood up to China when I think of all.
That's the thing. Okay. So a strong military once again. Okay, so we were a strong military, and then question mark, and now we're a strong military again. When weren't we a strong military? Was that when Obama was president? We can't have a strong military if a black guy is president, right? Not possible. Even though Obama literally got us involved in more conflicts, right? Escalated the drone war, right? Destroyed constitutional rights. But he was soft on war. Our military sucked under Obama. And then Trump made a military great again. What the fuck?
All the ways that you led this country. Energy independent for the first time in 75 years.
Right. No longer.
I think a lot of people are right now saying, I wish Donald Trump was president right now, this year for Christmas. What a great Christmas present that would be.
Well, it's been very sad when you look. We were energy independent, and now they're going to OPEC again, and they're begging for oil. And the gasoline price was $1.87, and now it's in California $7.50 a gallon, and it's going to follow that. And I said that during the debates. I said,
like, okay, so he's like citing like rich neighborhood premium gas here. Like, this guy is so good. I love it.
Wait till you watch.
Like, I don't drive, but like I live in an area that has gas stations. I have never seen the price for regular gas exceed $4. Like, I think it peaked around like $3.80 something around here. It could have maybe hit $4 a couple days when I wasn't looking, but $7. Let's be real, that's not happening.
What they do to energy. Wait till you watch what they do with inflation. Inflation is a killer, and so many other things. It's very sad to see what's happening.
Okay, so inflation is a killer, and so many other things. Okay?
But our country will survive it, and I really believe we're going to be greater than ever before. But we're going through a very bad time, and they're all self-inflicted errors. These are errors that should never have happened. Energy, we had so much. So with energy as an example, we weren't doing well at all. We're doing poorly. I got in, we were bigger than Russia, bigger than Saudi Arabia, and within 1 year we would have been bigger than both put together. And now we're begging them for energy. We have more than they do. If you look at Anwar in Alaska, Ronald Reagan tried to get it approved, couldn't do it. No president could do it. I got it done.
Folks, that's the last clip. This probably went on longer, but there's no more in this thread. So, but anyway, there you go. The war on Christmas. I'm sorry, I had to indulge in that. I had no other option. And I needed some comic relief because we're about to get into some really stupid news. So, what are you gonna do? The war on fucking Christmas, folks. Goddamn. So we got some fucking viewers in the chat. This is crazy. Holy shit. How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone is viewing the stream. I hope. Because I'm viewing the stream. So... YouTube age restricted your content. Lauren Bobert, let's go Brandon. Okay. Thank you. All right. I got pwned, folks. Shouldn't Trump be wearing an orange jumpsuit? It's not going to happen. We know that's not going to happen. The average price of gasoline in Cali is $4.66. Yeah, I mean, if he's citing like premium or something, I don't know what premium does. I'm not a car person. I don't know what premium does, but are there any Nirvana fans in chat? I hope so. I know Choking on Ashes is in here. Huge fan? Big fan? Hello, John to Emily Transition Vlog. How's it going? Premium is supposed to be cleaner. I have no idea. Alright, so let's get into the Build Back Better bullshit. That's right, folks. So, this is actually from a couple of days ago. And AOC tweeted something out that I thought was pretty good. I was going to cover it on the show yesterday, but I had the booster shot side effect, so I wasn't feeling it. But AOC tweets out some stuff that I thought was pretty incredible to see from a person in Congress. It is actually delusional, and this is basically what I've been thinking. This is basically what I've been saying on my show. So I just want to say, I got a lot of pushback. The other day, I lost some patrons, folks. The other day, when I dared to criticize Pramila Jayapal and the progressives when it comes to Build Back Better, and if they think that, just the idea that Democrats are going to do well in the midterms if they do nothing at all, in any way, shape, or form since the American Rescue Plan. And even again, just give us more stimulus checks. That would probably make a better fucking midterms. But again, so I got some extreme pushback on my show the other day when I dared to criticize Pramila Jayapal's idea that Joe Manchin is going to play ball. Now, we found out today that Manchin is not going to support Build Back Better. It's not going to happen. But I'm going to cover that after this because this tweet is from December 17th, so I want to catch up here. It is actually delusional to believe Dems can get reelected without acting on the filibuster or student debt. Not only, they are acting on it in the sense of, now again, they would need to act in order to maintain the pause on student loan payments, right? But again, all people are going to see is now I have to pay student loans in full again. Oh, fuck. Also, by the way, the child tax credit's gone. So, this is just going to end up, people are going to have to pay more with less money. Not going to be looking so good. So, again, Biden breaking his Build Back Better promise, letting child tax credit lapse, zero path to citizenship, etc., especially when they run from conversations about race and culture, which is what 1-6 was about. We need to act now. So, then she goes on to say, people want to butt Manchin everyone to death, but learned helplessness is not a disposition that inspires confidence or support. The president has tools at his disposal. Leadership has tools at their disposal. If it really is just 1 to 2 votes, then it should force a vote on Build Back Better. Now, again, this is a great tweet because the Jimmy Dore people went wild with this one because they think that this is proving them right because they're fucking stupid. I could go on about that. But anyway, so basically what she is saying is that the idea that we can't do anything because of Manchin and therefore we should all just give up, That's what people are saying. That's what mainstream liberal Democrats are saying. Now, a lot of liberal Democrats are actually against Manchin because a lot of liberal Democrats support Joe Biden. But again, we had the situation yesterday where Charlemagne the God had Kamala Harris on the show and asked, who is the president, Joe Manchin or Joe Biden? And Kamala Harris had a fucking meltdown. She freaked the fuck out like a crazy person. Said, the president is Joe Biden! It's Joe Biden! It's Joe Biden! Blah, blah. So again, they just want to pretend like, and Kamala Harris could overrule the parliamentarian, right? So there's a lot of things that can happen. And so again, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that the president is doing nothing on this. It's embarrassing. She goes on to say, to secure votes for the bipartisan infrastructure bill, Biden himself came to the House progressives and told us was putting his credibility on the line to deliver BBB if CPC voted for Biff. They trusted him. I didn't think he could promise the Senate. He promised anyway. It's time for him to deliver. Now, again, this was 2 days ago. Today, this morning, it came out that Joe Manchin will not be voting on Build Back Better. It's effectively dead. So I'm going to get into that in a separate segment. But again, AOC is saying what we were all thinking. The squad broke with the Progressive Caucus, led by Pramila Jayapal, and voted against the BIF because they did not get the two-track solution that they requested. And so it would be going back on their word if they would vote for the BIF. The Progressive Caucus, as I outlined yesterday, or the other day, whenever it was, the Progressive Caucus went back. They said, fuck it, we don't really care. And they voted for the BIF. And now they're trying to pretend like they made the right decision. That's not the case. It was the wrong decision. And AOC, I appreciate that for her pointing it out, because it's good to see a politician say this kind of stuff. Mila, $10. Former Nirvana manager Danny Goldberg on a holiday Zoom call today. And you're all invited? Well, give me some details. That sounds pretty good. The Biff biffed. That's correct. All right. So we got some more news, folks. It's getting brutal. So President Joe Manchin, coal baron, yacht lover, dork, weirdo, went on television this morning, Sunday morning, and said he will not be voting for the Build Back Better Act. It was originally that it came out that it would be shelved for the rest of the year. Now he says that it's just not going to happen. It's not going to fucking happen. So let's watch this clip, and then we'll watch Bernie Sanders respond.
I've always said this, Brett. If I can't go home and explain it to the people of West Virginia, I can't vote for it.
So again, 70 to 80%, depending on which provision of the act you poll, 70 to 80% of West Virginians, that is not Democrats in West Virginia, that's West Virginians, people that live in West Virginia, support the provisions of the Build Back Better Act. So what he is basically saying is, how can I explain to my donors, how can I explain to my owners how I could vote for this? He's not talking about the citizenry of West Virginia. He is talking about his owners. He's talking about your owners, the owners of this country who he's talking about.
And I cannot vote to continue with this piece of legislation. I just can't. I've tried everything humanly possible. I can't get there.
You're done. This is a no.
This is a no on this legislation.
Like, he sounds like he's talking about, like, his dead dog. Like, yep, my doggy done died. Yep, my doggy done died. Like, what the fuck is this? He's like, fucking, what the?
On this legislation, I have tried everything I know to do. And the president has worked diligently. He's been wonderful to work with. He knows I've had concerns and the problems I've had. And I've always said this. I've got
concerns. I've got many problems. I've got so many problems. What the fuck is this guy saying? I mean, again, like, let's be honest here. Like, we got to be really 100% real about
That isn't what it meant.
Well, what did it mean then? Explain.
It meant that it's indicative of low-resolution thinking.
The guy is a dumb fuck. Again, he is bought and paid for. This is not a human being, folks. You need to understand. This is like a I don't even want to, I was going to say a dog, but like dogs are cute and cuddly. Like, look at this dog behind me. There's a fucking, like, look at him. He's just laying on the bed behind me because he's so amazing. Dogs are amazing. But this is just a shell. This is like a fucking hologram, like, computer code. This guy has no empathy. He doesn't give a shit about your family. He doesn't give a shit about your kids. He doesn't give a shit about the climate. He doesn't give a shit about your roads. He doesn't give a shit about your water. He doesn't give a shit about anything. All he cares about is pleasing the owners. All he cares about is pleasing the ruling class. That's all he gives a fuck about. His entire role in the Democratic Party is to be this. He is the villain. If it weren't going to be him, it would be cinema. If it weren't going to be cinema, it was someone else, right? But this guy's role right now is to be the villain. And again, it's embarrassing. It's incredibly cringy. And again, I can't help but wonder why Pramila Jayapal took him seriously. Why did he think that this was like, or why did she think that he would like change his mind? It was obvious he's going to vote against it. He's now officially coming out against it. Now again, Pramila Jayapal 3 days ago said that she guarantees that the Build Back Better Act would pass. She said probably after Christmas, but it's going to pass. Unless Manchin changes his mind, which again, I see no sign of that happening, but unless Manchin changes his mind, it seems like it's not going to happen. But yesterday, or rather the day before, AOC said that the Senate should force a vote of some kind on the Build Back Better Act in the Senate. And so Bernie Sanders is also going to say a very similar thing. Let's watch.
Legislation. I have tried everything I know to do.
Joining us now exclusively to react, the man managing the legislation, Senate Budget Committee Chairman Bernie Sanders of Vermont. So Senator Sanders, Chairman
Sanders. We talk about how like Bernie's like default face is like so like a straight line. He's just like I don't even know how to make that like mouth face. Like like does anyone notice that? Like that's his default. Like I can't do it, but
Senator Manchin says he can't get there. This is a no. He's tried everything. What's your reaction?
Well, I think he's going to have a lot of explaining to do to the people of West Virginia to tell them why he doesn't have the guts to take on the drug companies and lower the cost of prescription drugs, why he is not prepared to expand home health care. West Virginia is one of the poorest states in this country. You got elderly people and disabled people who would like to stay at home or forced into nursing homes. He's going to have to tell the people of West Virginia why he doesn't want to expand Medicare to cover dental, hearing, and eyeglasses. I've been to West Virginia a number of times, and it's a great state, beautiful people, but it is a state that is struggling. And he's going to have to tell the people of West Virginia why he's rejecting what the scientists of the world are telling us, that we have to act boldly and transform our energy system to protect future generations from the devastation of climate change. You know, what's going on now, Jake, in Washington is the big money interests are pouring hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to make sure that we continue to pay the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs, that the rich do not start paying their fair share of taxes. And I would have hoped that we could have had at least 50 Democrats on board who have the guts to stand up for working families and take on the lobbyists and the powerful special interests. We have no Republican support. Now, one Republican in the United States Senate, or the House for that matter, is prepared to stand up to the drug companies or the insurance companies or the wealthy. I would hope we would have had 50 Democrats. Mm-hmm. But if that is the case, then I hope that we will bring a strong bill to the floor of the Senate as soon as we can and let Mr. Manchin explain to the people of West Virginia why he doesn't have the guts to stand up to powerful special interests.
Oh, so you want to vote on it no matter what, even if...
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There it is, folks. Bernard... Whoa, what the fuck's happening? Bernard Sanders coming out, force the vote, he says. Isn't that incredible? What the hell? Anyway, CNN just totally fucking... I don't know what the fuck just happened on the CNN page. But anyway, so Bernie Sanders came out, said he wants to force the vote on the Build Back Better Act in the Senate. Now, I agree with this. This is going to be great. I would love to see Manchin vote no. See what happens. Call him out. Call out the fact that his daughter is embroiled in the EpiPen scandal. Call out the fact that he's heavily invested in coal companies. He's a literal coal baron, right? Why don't you, you should plaster that fucking photo of him sitting in his yacht with his little fucking drink while people are kayaking and protesting him on his, little yacht or whatever. Blast that all over social media, put that on television, right? If you're being interviewed, just pull it up on your phone and go when you have someone like this is Max the dog here on my phone. But anyway, that's what you should be doing. Again, and Joe Biden needs to be doing the same thing. If Joe Biden, apparently, according to reports, wants this bill to be passed, he would be doing everything he could. Where is Joe Biden? He's taking a nap in the fucking Roosevelt room. He's fucking, I don't know where the hell he went. So anyway, this is some pretty good stuff. And so I obviously am in favor of this strategy, and I'm endorsing Bernie in this instance, and I hope to see them forced to vote. I'm sure that they won't. I'm sure Chuck Schumer's too much of a little fucking beta bitch to do anything at all that's fucking interesting. And so we'll see what's going to happen here. It's probably not going to happen. Oh, but we need voting rights. Yeah, we need voting because apparently those are mutually exclusive, right? We'll see if Joe Manchin allows anyone to expand voting rights in this country. We'll see if that happens, because I don't think Joe Manchin's going to do that, but we'll see. But again, there's a ticking time bomb, the midterm election. It's not looking good for Democrats right now. Very, 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 very bad right now for Democrats, right? Their time to shine right now is already halfway over. And they basically have done nothing since the stimulus checks. And also, we should be getting more of those, by the way. Omicron's gonna fucking tear through the entire fucking country. Why don't you just, scrap all this shit and say, all right, let's do another $2,000 fucking dollar check or something. Hey, I'm just throwing that out there. This time last year, I remember Trump saying he was going to give everyone $2,000 for Christmas. That didn't end up happening, but I remember him saying that. So Joe Biden should say something like that. Joe Biden should say, I don't know, literally anything that's going to help out anyone, anywhere at all, at any time. I have not seen any evidence that that's going to happen. But again, not looking so good. Not looking so good for the United States of A. Oh, my back. Oh, my spine. My fucking spine. Oh, fuck. My fucking spine, dude. Holy shit. Woo! All right. God damn. For Max's birthday, 70's ours. I did not. Maxie. He's sleeping. Maxie. Choking on Ashes, 61, 5 pound. Happy birthday to Riolon and Courtney. Shouldn't I be getting 10, considering it's 2 birthdays? Or is... I'm just joking. Thank you so much. Mila, yeah, put the link in the Discord. There's no links in the chat. Is the session going to be recorded by chance, or is it... what's the scoop on that? I'm talking to Mila here. All right. Let's see if I can find any other news here. Oh, fuck yeah. Folks, breaking news. Officer down, folks. Officer down. Another one bites the bullet. That's right, folks. Officer down. I'm just going to say it one more time. Officer fucking down. Let's read. Chandler Erez. The Chandler Police Department says a 23-year veteran died after a fight with COVID-19 on December 17th. Officer Jeremy Wilkins is survived by his wife and 5 children. No further information is available. Now, who wants to bet this motherfucker wasn't vaccinated? Would anyone want to bet that? Would anyone want to try to find this guy's fucking Twitter page or Facebook page and see what he was talking about on vaccines? But anyway, the biggest cop killer in America, COVID-19, and they can get away with it every time. So officer down, motherfucker. Bye-bye. 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 Not sure if it will be recorded, but the link is now in the Doggy Discord. Sounds good. Everyone, if you want to go, is it like a Q&A? Like, what exactly even is that? I don't know. Do you just get to sit there and listen? I think it's okay to complain about Jaya Paul Cloud. She fucked up. I don't think there's any way that you can possibly say that she didn't fuck up. She took Joe Manchin seriously. That's a no-no. That's a non-starter for me. Can't do it. If they don't mention vaccination status, you can guarantee you wasn't absolutely right-wing media would use the opportunity. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If she'd had done something differently, we'd have BBB. I don't think so, but I think we'd be in a better position with people's understanding of the problems. Right, I think I wanted to cover this too. So this guy, this is 2 days ago. This guy is a Biden health official. I don't know them too well, but this is Ben Wakana, White House COVID-19 response team, deputy director of strategic communications and engagement, who says the following on Twitter, and this kind of made the rounds a little bit. And so I want to talk about this because this basically exemplifies Joe Biden's COVID strategy. Get vaccinated, but other than that, you're on your fucking own. And also, be sure to go to school like a good little drone. Be sure to go to work like a good little drone. Go to the mall like a good little drone. Go to that restaurant that you love. Oh yeah, you're going to get COVID. Have fun with that. But as long as you spend money. But if you do, if you are vaccinated, you could get COVID. But if you do, your case will most likely be asymptomatic or mild. Most likely? This is literally Trump tier talking points. We are intent on not letting Omicron disrupt work and school for the vaccinated. If that was the case, we would have a national several-month lockdown, right? Pay people to stay at home. We have the USPS. That's really the only thing that we need to operate. Have people get food delivery, pharmaceutical delivery, house the homeless. We can do all this right now. You have done the right thing. We will get through this. That's the thing. We who got vaccinated have done the right thing. Absolutely. But the government, the White House, the COVID team has done the wrong thing. They have constantly told people, go to school, go to school, go to school, good little drone, good little drone. That's right, be a good little worker. Go to work, yeah, be a good little worker. You have to go to those crowded, unsafe working conditions. That's right, you got to be a great little worker. You want stimulus checks? Nah. You want student loan relief? Nah. You want this, you want that? Nah. We're not going to give you jack fuck all. We're going to allow a big labor shortage because guess what? 1 million Americans are fucking dead, right? And so we're going to allow you to be abused and manipulated and harassed and probably get a deadly virus and die or have a fucking lifelong debilitating illness. No one talks about long COVID. Joe Biden has probably mentioned long COVID 0 times. That's the most scary part about this. It's not whether you live or die. It's not, oh, asymptomatic or mild case. If you get COVID, right, you could then get long COVID and that can fuck up the rest of your fucking life, motherfucker. It's not about living or dying. It's not about being asymptomatic. It's not about having a mild fever for a couple days. It's about, I don't want to have a fucking lifelong debilitating illness because this government is fucking garbage because it's shit up my fucking asshole. That's what I'm a fucking about. And again, Joe Biden telling everyone, get your booster shot, but then go to the mall, get some Christmas presents, hell yeah. Again, this administration is a failure. It is a fucking giant nightmare failure. Absolute. Kamala Harris did an interview a couple days ago. She said they had no idea about variants. When the pandemic started, epidemiologists were like, yeah, there's going to be probably a couple variants that might prolong the pandemic if we don't rush the vaccine. Or not rush, but like get a vaccine out and get it distributed as soon as possible, right? Literally, as the pandemic started, right? When they assumed office, variants were already starting. The Delta variant wasn't out yet, but there was like Alpha variant, Beta variant, all those other fucking, we had the B1, 16, 19, 12, 73, 69, right? We had those fucking things, right? So the variants were already starting when they assumed office. Kamala Harris came out a couple days ago. They had no idea about variants. They never heard of variants. What? A virus mutating? Wow, that's crazy. When did that start happening? They had no idea. The Biden administration is trash. Now, again, I'm not saying that the Trump administration would be better, and I hate that I have to feel like I have to underscore that, right? The Trump administration would have been much, much worse, right? But again, Biden kept saying, we're going to get through this. Remember when he declared victory on the virus in July for July 4th, right? Again, he's been lying about this whole thing. And now we're approaching the second dark winter, and they're looking like they're going to do nothing. They're not even promising stimulus checks. They're actually, Joe Manchin came out just now and said the child tax credit, see ya, bitch. I don't fucking care about you. Joe Biden isn't going to do anything about student loans, right? Marijuana's still federally illegal. What the fuck is going on in this country, right? So you have to deal with the most fucking batshit crazy conditions that we've ever seen in this country. You go to work every day and you can come home dead, right? You have nothing coming for you. You have nothing helping you. Your fucking child tax credit's being taken away from you, and you're not even allowed to get high when you get home. You're only allowed to fucking drink fucking poisonous alcohol. I love alcohol, by the way, but you're not allowed to fucking smoke weed. Like, are you fucking joking? Is this a fucking joke? What is going on in this country? It is trash. It is garbage. It is shit on my fucking shoes. I step on this shit and I look and I pick up my foot and I look at the shit on my shoes and I'm like, oh God, there's fucking shit on my shoes, because that's this administration. And again, I'm not saying Trump would be better. I know he would be worse. That is no excuse for Joe Biden's absolute and utter failures. This shit is garbage, right? Again, the idea, again, remember when Joe Biden came to office, he's like, we're going to heal the nation. We're going to move on. We're going to make America love each other. We're going to restore the soul of this country. Remember all that stupid shit? Well, yeah, that didn't happen. Republicans saw Joe Biden say all that, and their response was, let's go, Brandon. That was their response to healing the fucking soul of this nation. That was their fucking response. Hold up. I love this clip. I'm sorry.
Across this country, we've seen this new phenomenon lately. Chanted at sporting events and on signs. The phrase is, let's go, Brandon.
That's their response to Joe Biden wanting to heal the soul of this fucking nation. They don't give a fuck. And the sooner Joe Biden realizes that the right doesn't give a fuck, the sooner we can actually maybe stop this fucking pandemic. But he's doing these half mandates. Oh, you can get vaccinated or don't. That's his mandate. The mandate provides two options. 1, get vaccinated. 2, don't get vaccinated. Those are the options. That's one hell of a mandate. Now, they say you need weekly testing, right? But what the fuck is weekly testing is going to find out if you're positive? You go to work in a cramped, closed environment, right? And you're positive for COVID when you get your weekly test. You could have been positive for 3-4 days. You could have been spreading it for 3 to 4 days. Now your entire fucking, all your coworkers have fucking COVID, right? And they're probably not vaccinated either. And now half of your coworkers are going to go home and fucking give their family COVID and they're going to fucking die because they're all a bunch of stupid motherfuckers. And Joe Biden's mandate is get vaccinated or don't. That was the mandate. That's one hell of a mandate. He's not doing anything at all, right? He's just fucking promise after promise, broken after broken after broken. And it's honestly, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to be an American. This is embarrassing. Like the last fucking 5 years of this country, embarrassing. I mean, the last like 30 years of this country, embarrassing. I mean, really, the inception of this country, it has been embarrassment after embarrassment after embarrassment. This country is fucking garbage, right? Every single president is fucking garbage. All of their people that fucking work in their administration are fucking garbage. None of them are going to do anything to help you. You're on your fucking own. They've got you by the balls. You're going to fucking die. But you got to go to work like a good little drone. Right, that's right. The end of the world is here. Right, there's a fucking pandemic that's killing you, your family, and going to give us a sickness for the rest of our life. But we still got to go to fucking work. What a stupid shit show fucking hellhole. What a fucking piece of fucking garbage. I fucking hate this shit. Anyway, that's the segment. What did Joe lie about? Stopping the pandemic? It would be very rad if weed was even medically federally legal. I know, isn't that incredible? Like, again, we're looking at the Controlled Substances Act. Schedule 1. Like, think about this, right? Like, heroin, cocaine, I'm pretty sure, are Schedule 2. Right? Schedule 1 in the Controlled Substances Act says no medicinal use or value. Weed has no medicinal use or value. That's just objectively wrong. Like magic mushrooms have no medicinal use or value. That's wrong. That is factually wrong. That is like saying chemotherapy does nothing to combat cancer. What? Are you joking? Is that a joke? Like that is like it is like how, and I just, it's fascinating. I mean, this country is fucking fascinating. It's so fucking cringe. It's embarrassing to even be alive. And I just want to jump off a goddamn. He lied and wasn't simply wrong. If you're the president, like this isn't like me like saying like, oh, I'm gonna have my fucking homework ready on time, right? All I need to do is get one more day, and then like the one more day goes by and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm sorry, like, you know, the sun was in my eyes, like my cat puked on the bed, you know, like the power went out, and then like, you know, I got, you know, like that's you know, it's not my job, like, you know, like it's not like I didn't do my fucking essay. Joe Biden is the president of the United States. He's the most powerful motherfucker in the world, right? He like has the balance of our entire country in his hands, right? This isn't just like, oh yeah, you know, my grandpa was wrong about like, you know, this question on Jeopardy. You know, it's not you're just wrong. He's the president of the fucking United goddamn States. You know what I'm saying? Biden delusional? I mean, Biden's definitely delusional, that's for sure. Whether or not you're delusional, I'm not sure. But again, it's Joe Biden's the president. Like, there's all these making excuses for the, like, when Trump's in office, Trump fucks our shit up. When Trump's in office, he's like banning trans people from the military, right? He's like banning Muslims from the entire country. He's like he's building walls on the fucking southern border. This motherfucker is fucking our shit up. Biden is president. He's not fucking our shit up, but he's just doing nothing. He's just watching. It's like, you know, like when you play Sims and you put your sim on autopilot and you fast forward. That's Joe Biden. He's just fast forwarding, watching what happens and not intervening at all. That's all this fucking shit is for him. But anyway, folks, that is the show for today. So I appreciate folks for watching the show. I mean, it was a good show. I enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed the show, because I enjoy the show, and it was a pretty good show. And so that's it. That's the show. Yeah, what's up? There's a dog behind me. Maxie! Say goodbye to the stream. Come on, Maxie. Say goodbye to the stream. You want to say goodbye? Maxie! Whoa! Did you see this?
You have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into them, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. You're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.